On Sunday, the Pittsburgh Steelers beat the Philadelphia Eagles 38-29. And two players stood out to me in this game. Number one is Carson Wentz, the Eagles quarterback. Carson has been so frustrating to watch this year because the talent is obviously there, and he's been so inconsistent. I mean, his best moments are even elite level. Carson had a throw on Sunday against the Steelers where it's layered up over a defender, over the middle, perfect tight window throw. I think it was to his tight end, Zach Ertz. I can't remember. I just remember going like, wow, that is an incredibly impressive throw. So the top of the line for Carson Wentz is phenomenal. The big problem is his worst moments are disgustingly bad. You're like, how can that be? How is that your best? It's awful. You watch the worst moments of Patrick Mahomes or Russell Wilson or Aaron Rodgers. They're nowhere near as bad as the worst of Carson Wentz. And I almost wonder if something off the field is distracting Carson. I mean, it is COVID, but even before this year, I always kind of felt like Carson was a little bit, he's got a clothing brand on the side. He's got this hunting stuff. I'm like, is Carson distracted? Like, what is going on with Carson Wentz? Is he so rich he's less engaged? I don't know. But the attention to detail for Carson is not good. And that's where he's losing me, is the mistakes he's making. I'm going, how are you going to miss that throw that badly? Or how do you not understand, like, conceptually, like, it's just a horrible read, or he's not on the same page with his receivers? And I just am getting so tired of his incredible talent being wasted. And you might remember, coming into the NFL, I was very, very low on Justin Herbert. It's kind of a meme at this point. Been getting a lot of feedback on that. And I was not confident that Justin Herbert would be very good because he was so inconsistent in college. And he was so talented, yet so inconsistent. And I'll be totally honest, Carson Wentz is playing exactly the way I would have expected Justin Herbert to play in the NFL. Justin Herbert's been phenomenal, way better than I expected. Carson Wentz is just hitting a low point in his career where I'm going, dude, how are you missing that out route? How are you not understanding where your receiver is going to be? How the mistakes are getting really, really frustrating. And I guess maybe the emotion here for me, I'm disappointed. I expected more from Carson Wentz, and the reality is you can blame all the stuff around him, but he's got to be better. I mean, the key word there is attention to detail. Maybe that's two words, but that's where he's losing me, is Carson is all over the place with attention to detail. And I don't know. I wondered when the Eagles drafted Jalen Hurts, the rookie quarterback out of Oklahoma. I was kind of like, well, that makes sense. Like, Jalen's really good, and they might use him as a Taysom Hill style guy, and Carson gets hurt a lot. Well, Jalen Hurts came into the game on Sunday against the Steelers, threw one pass, was 1 for 1, had a seam ball on the left sideline, down the left middle, and not left sideline, left middle, seam ball to the left. And I went, like, Jalen in the game, that's just a normal drop back pass. And I went, I've been watching Carson all year going, like, it makes sense why they drafted Jalen Hurts. If they had concerns about Carson and his development as a quarterback, maybe Jalen is the guy eventually. It's getting to that point where you're like, dude, Carson, you're so much better than you're playing, and you got to step it up. I don't know what else to say. It's like, dude, I know Eagles fans are historically a very tough group of people, and in good and bad ways. Like, right, they're very tough. They love you. They're loyal, but they also, if you're not good, they're going to call you on it. And Carson has not been good, and Eagles fans have total, reason to be calling him out, going, dude, you got to be better, because Carson, it's disappointing how bad he is. Now, the other player that stands out to me from this game was Steelers rookie receiver Chase Claypool. Chase Claypool, that's his name. I want to get it right. Last year, if you remember, Terry McLaurin was this third-round draft pick, a receiver at Washington who kind of broke onto the scene and was a surprise. He was phenomenal. This year, it feels like that kind of guy could be Chase Claypool. And on Sunday, it felt like he had his breakout game where, he had 7 catches, 110 yards receiving, 3 receiving touchdowns, a rushing touchdown, 4 total touchdowns. Could have had 5, actually, where I thought he got robbed. One of his touchdowns got called back where a defender just fell over. And that's not, he slipped and fell over. And they called offensive pass interference on Chase Claypool. There was no contact there. It was a tacky, bad call, in my opinion. I went, the guy just fell over. That's not Chase Claypool's fault at all. So I don't know. And the Eagles also late in the game made a mistake of trying to have a linebacker guard Claypool. That's a mistake. They do an easy touchdown over the middle. I love that the Steelers used him in the running game. I really like Chase Claypool. I think he might be a really good surprise rookie receiver who's doing really good stuff. And what I'm curious about is, can he keep it going? As the year goes on, can he continue to keep making a big impact the way he did in week 5? I'm not saying the dude has to have 4 touchdowns every week, but can he have 7 catches, 90, 80 yards, a touchdown here and there? I love it, man. He was a second-round pick in the NFL draft. He played like a top 10 pick on Sunday. Chase Claypool, that's a name you got to look out for. Pay attention to him. He played phenomenal against Philadelphia.